I'm honored to work in an industry of people who give back, whether it's City of Hope or it's in your local community, the way you engage and give back charitably. I'm privileged to work with a company that has a purpose-driven culture that says that's part of every day what we do. And that's become real for me through involvement with a local affiliate for Habitat for Humanity. And 3 years ago, we were approached by that local affiliate who had an available house. It had been built already, but they didn't have the funding in order to put a family in that house. It was about this time, 3 years ago. And we gathered some industry partners and were successful together in raising the funds in order to have that family move into their house shortly before the holidays. Our industry partners were generous in that, and we named that program 3 years ago Home for the Holidays, because that's what it was. It was a home for a family, a safe, affordable home to be in. And we repeated that last year. And this year we ran out of houses that were already built, and an inspired team at United and Beyond chose to build a home. They chose to build it from the ground up, and with the generous support of industry partners, I'd like to introduce you to the Says family, who will be moving into their house on December 1st, in time to be home for the holidays. It was last night that I was thinking about this closing and said, what does this mean? What's the privilege we have of being in this industry? What's the privilege of the partnerships we have? And for me, look at Mrs. Sands on the left. Do you see that look in her eyes? She's not looking at the shovels or the dirt. She's looking at her family. She's looking at what's important to her. And through the generous support of these partners in our industry, they'll be in a home for the holidays. So I wanted you all to know that your industry partners support both you and the communities we live in doing wonderful things. And I want to thank them for that participation today and in the future. It struck me as I was trying to put that together, and here's one of the benefits of being your host for the last 2 days, is I get to use gratuitous pictures of my family. I'm taking some liberties because one of you, just one of you out of thousands, asked, hey, do you have a picture of your kids? So you all get to see it. But being involved with Habitat, we get to go to many groundbreakings and house dedications, and I take my children along with me. And you can see by them standing on that pile of dirt, have you ever seen that look on your kids or your millennials? Dad, what are we doing here? I got a lot of other things I could be doing, like playing games, not standing here watching this adult thing. I'm not very engaged. I'm not very enthusiastic. Look familiar? So I went about our activities at this housebreaking. It was actually the house that we're dedicating in 2 weeks. And at one moment, I looked over my shoulder. I'd lost track of them, and I saw a group of 5 or 6 kids carrying bricks. Small groups of children under 10 carrying bricks never ends well. What are they doing? Why are they carrying stones around? Will I be embarrassed? Any of those thoughts ever cross your mind in your business? So I continued to watch them. Industrious, focused, engaged, clearly with a purpose. Collaboration. I asked my son as the event ended, hey, what were you doing? And he said, hey, these really nice kids came over and we decided we were going to build a house. The vision, the energy, the enthusiasm, the untapped potential. There's no saying no. Well, it's beyond being proud for my son. It's about the spirit of an entrepreneur. It's about being an independent reseller. Isn't that what we're talking about? Isn't that how you run your business? Untapped potential, enthusiasm. You can do anything you want. You can build a home. No one can tell you you can't. Do you have millennials in your office? Do you question whether they can teach, whether they can lead, whether they can learn? Do you question whether they can contribute and drive your office? Do you question whether they're the next generation to take your business on? Do you think it'll take too long to train them? Is it possible that it happens in an afternoon? Are you worried about making connections with customers? We heard from sales leaders yesterday, it's about connecting with them. It's about creating a relationship. It's about engaging them. And that takes a long time, doesn't it? And a lot of resources that I don't have, and I'm really busy. Or maybe it takes a moment, an open mind, a desire to connect. The remaining hours of this conference have two things left: engaging and celebrating. When that door opens back there, I'm going to challenge you to ask whether you're going to go out those doors and do something else and have next year look the same, or you're going to go out that door to the experience. I'm going to ask the question whether you're going to engage in your business. Are you planning to make decisions today? Not tomorrow, because tomorrow you've got emails. Not Monday, because you know what? On Monday, you're going back to business as usual. On Thursday, it's Thanksgiving, and the following Monday, the holiday season starts. And you know what happens after that? It's the new year, and you're right back into where you are right now.